Let's recap and look ahead with all things Islanders hockey with Gil Martin, host of the Locked On Islanders podcast. Gil, great game last night, man. Big OT win at UBS Arena, a much-needed 2 points, and we all know Islander fans like beating John Tavares and the Maple Leafs. So talk to me, man. What were your biggest takeaways from last night's win?
Well, I think the best takeaway was that they came out aggressively. They just came to play. And, you know, getting a full 60-minute effort is not something we've had all season from the Islanders, and it made a really big difference. They played inspired hockey, and that was good to see.
All right. There's also some line changes or lineup changes. Lane Lambert made some since Casey Ciziquez is out with injury. What grade would you give Lambert's line combinations, and why? Take us to school.
I would give it a B+. I mean, it was an unusual set of line combinations. I don't think it was designed to be the long-term solution to the situation, but I think the team needed a wake-up call. Coming in, the first line was really the only line that was clicking consistently and getting production, and they needed to shake things up and get other lines going. And I think the fact that you see goals by Kyle Palmieri, things like that, a little more balance, a little more, ability to have all four lines contributing, that made a big difference. And then when the time called for it, Lane Lambert went back and reunited Barzal and Horvat, so he had that option as well, and it paid off.
You said B+, so what kept him out of the A range? Give us some red ink. What didn't you like?
The only thing I didn't like really was some of the defensive breakdowns, and that's been a part of this team's problem in recent weeks. Just the way Austin Matthews scored both of his goals. He was left unattended, two defenders going behind the goal again after the puck. If you make mistakes like that against a talented team like Toronto, they're going to make you pay, and they did.
All right, Saturday, let's look ahead. They're in Nashville to play the Predators. It's game one of a 4-game road trip. How big is this first one, and how do they get the win to start the road trip?
Well, you need another consistent effort. And if they come out as inspired as they did against the Maple Leafs, that will certainly help. The fact that, former Islanders coach Barry Trotz is now the GM in Nashville adds a little incentive, I think, for the Islanders to make that good impression. And I think just sort of the most important thing, stabilize the defense and look out for that Nashville top line, because they have a very good first line that's difficult to stop. And if they can slow down that line specifically, they have a good chance of earning the win.
Give me a record prediction for this 4-game road trip, and we're going to come back to you at the end of this 4, and we'll break this thing down.
I'm hoping for 2-1-1.
Don't hope. Say it with your chest, Gil. Say it with your chest.
I am shooting for 4-1-1. That is my 2-1-1. That's my prediction. 9 points 5 points in the 4 games.
All right, Gil. Tell the people they can find you.
Locked On Islanders podcast, available on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts, and you can find me on X, formerly Twitter, at Ice Wars NYR VS NYI.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.